She failed 10 times. 10 times, the world told her she wasn't good enough. But on her 11th try, everything changed and her name became a symbol of hope. Before we begin, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell because this story is a powerful reminder that failure is never the final word. It's just preparation for greatness. Her name was Lydia, a small-town girl with a dream bigger than her circumstances. She wanted to become an engineer to build bridges that would connect people and communities across her country. But life, it seemed, had a different, much harder path laid out for her. She was born into poverty. Her father was a taxi driver, working tirelessly just to put food on the table. Her mother sold fruits by the roadside, her every prayer a wish for her daughter to one day rewrite their family's story. When Lydia took her first university entrance exam, she failed. She picked herself up and tried again, her second attempt. Another failure, her third, still no success. The whispers started in her small community. The neighbors began to gossip, their words sharp and discouraging. Maybe she's just not meant for school. She should just learn tailoring or help her mother sell food. But Lydia's spirit was stubborn. She refused to quit. With every failure, she dug deeper. She studied harder, stayed up longer, and cried quietly in the dead of night, not out of weakness, but because she was channeling her pain into a relentless refusal to give up. By her 10th failure, Lydia was emotionally shattered. The weight of repeated disappointment was crushing. She had sold her only phone, a small treasure, just to pay for another exam registration form. Her mother, her biggest supporter, approached her with a heavy heart and said softly, "Maybe, my child, perhaps God has a different plan for you." Through a veil of tears, Lydia managed a small smile. "No, Mama, I'm not quitting until I win," but deep down, a seed of fear had taken root. The world had stopped believing in her. Even her friends, the ones who were supposed to lift her up, began to mock her. "You've failed so much it's just embarrassing now," they'd say. She was on the verge of giving up. The thought of quitting was a constant, tempting whisper. But one night, standing under the vast, starry sky, she looked up and whispered a desperate prayer. "God, if there's a reason you made me, a purpose for my life, please show me through this one last try." That was her 11th attempt. This time felt different. It was her final stand. When the results were released, Lydia couldn't bring herself to check. The fear of seeing her name absent from the list, yet again, was paralyzing. She had been hurt too many times. But then, she heard a commotion. Her younger brother came sprinting home, breathless and screaming with joy. "Lydia, you passed. You did it. Your name is there." At first, she couldn't process it. It felt like a dream. It wasn't until she saw her name printed clearly on the official list that the reality sank in. That day, she fell to her knees, and the tears that flowed were not of pain or frustration, but of pure, unadulterated joy. Years passed. Lydia didn't just get into university, she excelled. She graduated as one of the top female engineers in her state. And in a beautiful full-circle moment, she designed and built her very first bridge right there in the same village where people once mocked her relentless efforts. During the inauguration ceremony, her voice, filled with emotion, brought everyone to tears as she spoke. "They called me a failure 10 times, she said. But God only needed one yes to completely change my story. Her journey teaches us a profound lesson. It doesn't matter how many times you fail. It doesn't matter how many doors are slammed in your face. It only takes one success, one breakthrough to erase all the pain and struggle that came before it. Sometimes life breaks you down over and over, not to destroy you, but to build you into the person you need to be for the moment when the world finally sees your true worth. If Lydia's story touched your heart, don't just keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone you know who might be losing faith, and subscribe for more powerful stories that remind us all failure isn't the end. It's just the beginning of your next chapter. Thanks for watching.